Welcome to another round with Grixis Twin this week. We're long dead in the monthly MOCS we're playing in, for top 8 at least, but this is probably the best shot I'll get good games in and actually solid testing. Yeah, that's keep. This does the combo thing, and I have an interactive piece, and I'm Brazilian to Inquisition. Not a lot more that I could really ask for here. Uh, I'd like to fetch a duel, which basically means I should use the Delta, because fetching a swamp is significantly less relevant than fetching a red source. I'd like to fetch a blue-red, I think. Guess that will get red-black. Well, okay. New plan. Blue-red again. I just need to... This card's not going to do anything. I wanted to get blue-red, so I'm in the best position to twin in case I draw, like, Island Swamp or lands that don't make red. I'm still in a pretty bad spot here, though. Probably dying this turn. Had to keep the fourth land. I don't think there's really a lot I could have done there. Okay. This is probably getting a bounce land, which I can't stop a Titan by... Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to pass. If my opponent has a bounce land, I respond by clicking them. Okay. That's fine. Still fine. They can't pay for Pact of Negation or Slaughter Pact, so the kill should still get them. Just gonna get an island. There's no reason to let my opponent know that I have black cards. Hooray! I am the twin. Things are being done. This deck is just really dumb sometimes. How did you get back there? Didn't like the third Kolagons. Don't like Pia Kiron. Spell Pierce was not good. Lightning Bolt was not good. I believe that was it that I did last time. Don't have it memorized. Why are half of these foil? Ugh. Magic Online definitely chose the wrong ones. Yep. Okay. Great. Exciting and fun Magic. Yet again, I will state the spell snare thing I did last time, which is that you actually want it even more post board because you want it to counter seal, so they'll likely have 7 to 8 targets instead of just the 4 Summer Blooms main. So even if they didn't have seal, I'd want the card in some amount, probably maybe board out one, just to KO. See, this is a hand I probably should mulligan. I'd want this in some quantity even if they didn't have seal, but just because of seal, you've got to keep both in for sure because it actually is relevant numbers of targets. Rather have a 5. Perfect. This hand is way better than the others. Uh, it's interesting. I think I actually want that. I think that's the card that um, actually, so like the reason I'm keeping that is not only is it I think it's like one of the best cards for me to draw in this spot, but it's also worth noting that it makes my Snapcaster Mage a relevant Magic card. So I think because of that, and also the Serum Visions gets me another 3 cards deeper to find my lands. I think it's okay to keep Remand over land. I don't know. I would keep Blood Moon and Twin as well. I think those are the only cards I would keep. I think Remand is like. Let's see. I'd keep another Serum Visions too. Let me get this. Don't really want Spell Snare. Because my opponent can resolve whatever they were going to resolve next turn anyways. But I do want a land. And now with the second red, so I can fetch the black. That's a problem. Probably just going to die this game, though. Playing that, it's like marginally worse. But this way I can at least cut a Titan if it gets cast. Because my opponent can't. Yeah. So he has to get another green source. He probably gets like Growth Chamber. That's fine. What was I looking for? I need to get black. This one? Yeah. Blue, black. And then just do that. He's now. Yeah, our opponent is now locked into doing that. I can tap a Titan to stop an attack. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I just want to do this. I, I think I shouldn't have done that actually. I should have waited a turn and tapped the growth chamber. Well, that's lucky. My thought was that it's going to take my opponent 2 turns before attacking with the Titan. So I didn't want. I'd rather just have the Exarch on board for that time so I can draw a twin and kill them. Um, but I forgot about the fact that I could cut off my opponent, and I couldn't cut my opponent off. So if I could have tapped, I also thought about if I could tap Cavern and then remand the Titan, like upkeep tap Cavern, so I could remand the Titan to buy a turn. But I forgot about the fact that I could tap uh, Simic Growth Chamber to slow down Talaria West. I might get punished for that here because I would have had another turn of holding off Talaria West. So there's definitely going to be a Titan cast here. That's, yeah. I know there's a stronghold in my opponent's hand. Sure. Well, I guess I got anti-punish because my opponent drew the actual. I actually messed that up. I was supposed to click myself. That was a huge punt. I should have clicked myself in response to the pact, so I could have dispelled it, I think. Though I guess my opponent. Yeah, it would save me a Titan attack this turn, though. That was a missed opportunity. Vasuva's going to target basic forest. Yeah. Welp. Do or die time. So I guess it's die, but I'd just like to see. This is another Titan. Maybe not another. Oh, double strike. Yeah, dead. Right. So 12. Can shove here, shove here. Yeah, I have to block with both of these, so I'm dead. Well, okay. I was super dead. Yeah. Could bring in the Pierce on the play. I'm just like not a huge fan of going down that road. I guess showing my opponent Thoughtseize might have been worse than knowing what was in their hand. Nope. Yep. It's not a lot to it. Here's to hoping I live long enough. Oh, cool. Nope, you're a bad card. So the dream situation for me is exactly that. I guess Basic Island is like marginally better because then I don't have to reshuffle in the scry to bottom. Yeah, I don't see a reason to wait. So begins the slow and inevitable march to our opponent losing the game because they can't do anything at all. This is just like everything about like playing against Amulet when you have Blood Moon in your deck or your hand is just stupid because the games end one of two ways. Either the Amulet player does nothing or you die on turn two. Neither of which should be like a real thing. Like, I guess getting Stony Silence should be a real thing, like where your opponent does nothing. Like, that's kind of okay in some situations. Like, Affinity definitely needs something to hold it back a little bit. But like, the fact that the like two end games of getting mooned are like, it's like, like 15% dead on two, like maybe 15% that they get to stick a seal first, and then like the other 70% is they just die immediately. Blood Moon's just a messed up card. I mean, I'm glad it exists. Like, I think a lot of the things that it. Oh, no! No! You aren't supposed to naturally draw them. That's not okay. Probably. I don't know if I needed to. Maybe. I might have to terminate plus uh, do stuff this turn. Is this E3? This is E3. I'm in big trouble. Ugh. Okay. It's a good way around E3. This is that middle 15% I talked about where they actually stick a seal. Interesting. I like what this implies about the contents of my opponent's hand. At least I think I do like what it implies. Great. Okay. It's probably going to get Bounce Land Talaria West. I'm going to enter a sequence where I have to clear all of my opponent's Titans. Well, I have 3 of them killed now. Probably played one too many lands this game. I should be able to have one in hand to loot away. Fetch Island first, probably. Then loot into Terminate. Loot into Cut, probably. I get to pay 3 for Cut. Yeah. I think that using my mana the best. So Flashback Cut, I want to be able to do that on as little mana as possible. This is like a point where a mana's not super tied up on Cut. The problem here may come in killing the last Titan. Though, now we've only taken one Talaria West out of the picture. Nope, let's not do this right. Or wrong. Let's not do this wrong. So I think... Is there a reason to get a blue-black? I don't think there's a reason to get a blue-black. But I can definitely imagine a reason to get... black. Just thinking this all through. It's possible the card I don't want is Vendilion Click. Remand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think Remand's actually good here. I can still... That was a mistake. I just clicked one too many times. I needed to play that land so I could loot Snap Cut. Sure. I think letting that resolve is correct. Yeah. So I should have played the Polluted Delta. I could then loop Snap Cut. Right now I can loot, and I only have 7, so I have 7 mana in play. which loot snaps, so I have to be able to play Cup for 1, but I can't do that. Whereas if I play the land, I can do that. I can play it for 2 then, pretty easily. Yeah. The only way Remand is good if I have to beat like a Hornet Queen that my opponent randomly boarded in, but I can't imagine that being a thing. So this implies that my opponent has Pact Negation in hand. Because that's why they played the Talaria West. That's fine. Oh, Mortuary Mire is a huge issue here. Forgot that was in the deck now. Sure. Step. So, okay. I'm going to do this on my opponent's next draw step, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That was a huge draw. Still have a cut in my graveyard, right? Good. Because that's also going to come into play in this sequence. Tap that. Here we go. That's awesome. So there's no Pact Negation in my opponent's hand. So you've got Slaughter, Bloom, Seal. Well, take the Titan. That's just kind of a given. Sure. Okay. So I'm going to dispel the Pact. Wait, what just got bounced? Oh, Mortuary Mire? That's actually just worse for me to deal with. Great. Way better than Exarch here. That was very lucky. That makes my life way easier. Kind of like dispelling that. think I have to kill my opponent in a reasonable time from here. I still have a removal spell up. Oh, there's the my. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I thought the Mire had been played already. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I just like mentally skipped a step there. Ugh. Next turn is gonna get a little hairy here. To terminate. I don't think there's a reason to hold that. I feel like if my opponent does everything right this turn, they should kill me. However, that's asking a lot. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. Question is now, am I dead to... So the weird one, they probably don't have it. In theory, if they got Bajuka Bog plus Bounce Land, I could be dead here. Because they bounced the Talaria West get... Oh, no. I think I'm okay. Wait, what just got? I have a Vesuva. There's a Radiant Fountain and a Bounce Land happening. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to counter whatever it is. Pretty sure I'm not using that this turn. You know my opponent's last card is Summer Bloom. I feel like there was some sequence involving Summer Bloom where I just like get completely killed this turn. Terminate's better to use than Cut. Just because Cut, in theory, could cost 1. Well, I know my opponent's last card's Bloom. Hooray! Well, we lucked our way out of that one after a... Yeah, that game was just... Ugh. Lots of things weird there. Lots of things wrong. I think probably on both sides. It's pretty good loot at the end, though. Well, Amulet made a little more of a fight of it there, but... Again, they're just in this really awkward spot, and as you can see here, where they're drawing... You know, if they don't have Seal, they die automatically, but Seal is like this conditional answer that doesn't really stop the part where, like, they can just kill you with their other things. Uh, So in terms of positioning, Amulet's definitely behind. Not unwinnable, but significantly behind.